Julian Rotter's locus of control theory. Who is driving your life? Have you ever wondered why two people can face the exact same difficult situation but react to it in completely opposite ways? For instance, imagine two students who both fail an important exam. One student might get angry, blame the teacher for making the test too hard, and decide that studying is a waste of time because the system is rigged against them. The other student, however, might look at the failing grade, admit that they did not spend enough time reviewing the material, and create a new study schedule to ensure they do better next time. The difference between these two individuals is not just about their intelligence or their mood, it comes down to a deeply rooted psychological concept called the locus of control. Developed by a brilliant psychologist named Julian Rotter in the 1960s, this theory explores how our underlying beliefs about who controls our lives shape our actions, our stress levels, and our ultimate success. To understand Julian Rotter's theory, it helps to start with the word locus itself, which simply means a place or a location. Therefore, the locus of control is the psychological place where you believe the power over your life resides. Rotter suggested that every human being falls somewhere along a continuous spectrum between two major types of mindsets, an internal locus of control and an external locus of control. These are not permanent personality traits that you are born with, rather, they are generalized expectations about the world that we learn through our unique life experiences, our families, and our cultures. Let us first examine what it means to have a strong internal locus of control. If you have an internal mindset, you firmly believe that you are the primary driver of your own destiny. You believe that your successes and your failures are the direct result of your own efforts, choices, skills, and hard work. When an internal person achieves a major goal, such as getting a promotion at work, they take pride in it because they know their late hours and dedication paid off. Conversely, when things go wrong, they do not look for excuses outside of themselves. They accept that they made a mistake or lacked preparation, and they focus on what they can change within themselves to fix the problem. People with an internal locus of control tend to be highly motivated, proactive, and resilient because they view themselves as active participants in life rather than passive observers. On the other side of the spectrum is the external locus of control. If you have an external mindset, you believe that your life is largely directed by forces outside of your personal influence. You might attribute your successes and failures to luck, fate, chance, divine intervention, or the actions of powerful people around you. When an external person does well on a project, they might say they just got lucky or that the boss was in a good mood that day. When they experience a setback, they are quick to blame external circumstances, such as bad weather, an unfair rule set, or a lack of resources. Because they believe that their personal actions do not truly matter in the grand scheme of things, people with a strong external locus of control can sometimes develop a sense of helplessness. They may feel like a passenger in a car that is being driven by a blindfolded stranger, leading them to give up easily when faced with obstacles. Julian Rotter's research showed that these two mindsets have a massive impact on daily human behavior, especially when it comes to learning and achievement. For example, individuals with an internal locus of control are much more likely to seek out information when they are faced with a problem. If they get sick, they will research the illness, ask detailed questions of their doctor, and strictly follow a treatment plan because they believe their health is in their own hands. An external person facing the same illness might adopt a fatalistic attitude, believing that whatever happens is meant to be, which can unfortunately lead them to neglect their medical care. In school and the workplace, internals consistently perform better because they understand the direct link between effort and reward. They do not wait for opportunities to fall into their laps, they go out and create them. However, Julian Rotter was very careful to point out that having an extreme internal locus of control is not always a perfect recipe for happiness, nor is an external locus of control entirely negative. Psychology is rarely black and white, and balance is essential. If a person has an excessively high internal locus of control, they can become highly self-critical, perfectionistic, and plagued by chronic stress. They might take the blame for disasters that were truly beyond anyone's control, such as an economic recession, a natural disaster, or the unpredictable behavior of another person. This can lead to severe anxiety and burnout because it is simply impossible for one human being to control everything. In contrast, there are moments when a slight external locus of control can actually be a healthy psychological defense mechanism. For instance, if you lose a sports match against a competitor who clearly cheated, or if a sudden storm ruins an outdoor event you spent months planning, recognizing that the outcome was entirely out of your hands can prevent you from falling into unnecessary self-blame and depression. It allows you to brush off the failure and maintain your self-esteem. Therefore, the most psychologically healthy state is often a realistic or flexible locus of control, where a person works hard to change the things they can, while gracefully accepting the things they cannot change. The beauty of Julian Rotter's theory is that because your locus of control is a learned belief system, it is entirely possible to shift your mindset over time if you realize your current outlook is holding you back. If you lean too heavily toward an external locus of control, you can begin to build an internal mindset by focusing on small, manageable victories. By setting tiny daily goals and achieving them, you slowly prove to your brain that your actions do have power and that effort does produce results. Over time, these small changes stack up, transforming a person from a helpless bystander into the confident author of their own story. Rotter's work reminds us that while we cannot always choose the cards we are dealt in life, we always retain the ultimate power to choose how we play the hand. Thank you so much for taking the time to read this detailed article on Julian Rotter's locus of control theory. If you found this explanation simple, clear, and valuable for understanding your own psychological mindset and how you view the world, please remember to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is incredibly important because it allows us to continue creating high-quality, easy-to-understand educational content that breaks down complex psychological theories for everyone. Do not forget to click the notification bell so you are always notified the very moment a new video is uploaded to our platform. We truly appreciate you being an active and vital part of our growing community of learners.